how do you bring numbers to life? Give me a few examples. The first thing you need to do when you're asked a question is to answer the question in short. And you can go into detail by saying, for example. So what I'm asking you to learn to do in this is also to keep your answer short. If there are 3 or 4 people at the interview, 2 of them will be lost or 3 of them will be lost. Only one will be getting what you say. And each of those people are going to recommend who should be recruited. Every time you are losing 3 people out of 4 and only one person is understanding you, then that's a problem. So how do you capture their attention? Make sure you first say your answer in simple and concise, clear manner and let them get it. How do you bring numbers to life? I do that by helping paint the picture in people's minds of what the numbers mean. If that was the only question, I would have stopped there. Nothing else to say. For example, I would take the profit and loss statements for the past 5 years and draw a graph showing the continual decline in profit over the past 5 years so that people can understand that making a regular loss means the company is going down. I'm helping people to see a picture rather than numbers, rather than data. So people can picture a graph with a declining profitability. That's how you bring numbers to life. Of course, that's not life. If it's a declining profitability, that's not life, that's death. so it's opposite. But the life being referred to here is not life of growth. It's just meaning to say, how do you bring numbers into something that animates people, into something that invokes people's emotion? You need to paint a picture in people's minds in a way that invokes their emotion, that touches their hearts, inspires them to act in a particular manner. How do you bring numbers to life? How do you bring numbers to make an emotion, to create an impact, to influence people? Make sure that you are using language commonly understood by a number of people. Basically here, we are looking for someone who appreciates that people are invoked to act through emotion. People only act if you are able to paint a picture, if you are able to create a mental diagram, which helps people to see the relationship between things without necessarily getting people lost in data. I'm saying start with the summary part of what you're going to say. This level is for someone who can create a picture, because that is the whole purpose of a management account, is taking relationship between variables and data and helping people to understand a picture. Give a high-level summary first, then go into how it's done later. Explain to me how the cash flow statement works and why should I care about it using no jargon. My summary would be like, I'll probably start the sentence by saying cash is the lifeblood of a company. So without it, the company will not be able to meet its expenses or or survive. That's what I would say as an intro. So the next question, like, why should I care about it? If you don't have lifeblood, you die, isn't it? So I've already finished answering the question without going into the jargon. You need to keep thinking of different ways of answering your people and addressing them, because just know that some of the people at the interview, they don't necessarily know accounting, or they didn't prepare coming for the interview. They were called just 15 minutes before to attend so-and-so in the interview because so-and-so didn't come. I'm saying if you're fighting a war, study your enemy so that you know how your enemy thinks, so you know how you prepare yourself. There will be another person in the interview who will be trying to defeat you to prove that you don't know what you are saying. So that is why the first thing is you need to simplify the definition of what you're talking about, the description of the situation. Answer the question in short. So in short, the cash flow is the lifeblood of a company. Without it, the company will not survive. It is important that the company manages cash going out and cash coming in. If the company fails to manage the balance between cash going out and cash coming in, then the company will not survive. And if the company is looking ahead to the future, it will need definitely to make sure that that balance is maintained. Oh yeah, there's one more question. How do you persuade your senior manager to follow your advice and guidance? This is a relationship question. So whenever you are trying to influence other people, you need to help them see what is in it for them. How will your solution profile them, not you, them? One of the things you need to do is to help the manager understand why it is in their best interest to get whatever you're trying to do over the line. Obviously, in the most efficient, at low cost, and everything like that. And what will be in it for him if he gets the project across the line successfully. And why your solution is the best, or why your solution will get him there. So first step, to make sure that my manager understands what is at stake in relation to his role and his department, is how it will profile and elevate his department. What are the rewards of using the approach that I'm suggesting? This question is to some extent is about relationships. and your influencing and persuasion ability. How do you persuade other people? So you persuade them by making them feel good about your solution, about your suggestion, and helping generate an emotion in them to take action to follow your suggestion. The other thing is that it's about them.
Yeah.
Benefits are going to come to them. My summary would just be, I will make sure that my manager understands what is at stake in the decision, and I will understand what it will mean for him and the team. I will understand what benefits it will give him and to his profile.